Today I'm going to be reacting to the Premier League predictions I made at the start of the season. I don't remember how I did, but I don't think I've done too well. But I don't think I've done bad either. I think it's going to be decent. So yeah, I know I'm a bit late, but I've been on holiday, so now it's the perfect time to react to my Premier League predictions. If you're new around here on this channel, do subscribe to the channel and of course drop a like on the video, it really helps. Yeah, now let's check out my predictions. So we're going to start from bottom to top. Let's see who I have in 20th.
I think this season, last place are going to be Luton Town.
So I got Luton bottom, but Luton Town actually finished 18th, so I called them to be relegated, but they didn't exactly finish bottom and had a much better season than I expected. But I got that one wrong, but not that wrong really.
Now, next up in 19th, I think are going to finish Everton. Everton have been a club in steady decline for the past.
Well, I got that true, that they've been in decline. Of course, the points deduction... The moment they got the points deductions, I thought I'm going to be correct. I predicted Everton 19th. Everton actually ended up being 15th with the 8 points deduction. They could have been 13th or 12th. So I think this is, Everton have done pretty good. Everyone expected to go down. I think next season Everton could genuinely push for the top 10. I'm not even joking.
Moving on, in 18th place, we have Sheffield United.
How did I get this one wrong? Every single person at the start of the season was like, yep, Sheffield are going bottom, straight down. For some reason, I had the great idea of putting them 18th, and of course it's wrong. They finished bottom, as everyone knew. They've been relegated since December. Literally, they've been down since December. Yeah, I got this one horribly wrong. They easily should have been 20th.
Moving on to Burnley. Vincent Kompany has led Burnley to the Premier League.
So I put Burnley to escape
doing
relegation.
some good things. But I don't think it's going to click as well as it did for Wolves when they first got promoted, or Brent.
Well, yeah, I was right. It wasn't going to click well, but then why did I not relegate them? Yeah, Burnley finished 19th, of course, got relegated, and Kompany is now Bayern manager. What is going on at that club? But yeah, I got this one wrong as well. I haven't gotten a single prediction correct yet. Crazy. I put Burnley to be safe. They won, and that's another prediction wrong.
So moving on, we have Wolves. This was a club I was going to place a bit lower in the table than 16th, but Gary O'Neill coming in, he's had a decent start even though they've been unlucky. I think he'll keep them out of relegation.
You know what? This was actually fairly correct because Wolves finished 14th, and even though they were looking towards, they were 8th at one point, they beat us of course, but they were looking relegation candidates at the start of the season. And in the end, they fell again, finished 14th. I think this one was fairly spot on, It was good. It wasn't bad. Honestly, the 11th to 16th positions, it doesn't really matter which ones you put where.
Next up, we've got Fulham. They had a great season last year.
So I put Fulham in 15th. Fulham actually finished 13th, so a bit better than what I said, but again, it doesn't really matter. These clubs from like 10th to 16th, they're all going to be randomly placed there. It really doesn't matter, but I got this one wrong as well.
14th is Crystal Palace.
If I knew that Roy Hodgson was going to be sacked, I might have put them higher, but Crystal Palace finished 10th. This is like their first top half finish in God knows how long. And they were going to finish 14th, and of course, Hodgson got sacked, Glasner came in. Crystal Palace are going to go all in next season. They're going to try and finish in Europe, 100%.
14th. Next up in 13th, we've got Nottingham Forest. Last year, they finished 16th.
Yeah, I had too much faith in Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, of course, finished 17th, just escaped relegation, albeit with a points deduction, but even without the deduction, they would have been 17th. Yeah, I had too much faith in Nottingham Forest signings clicking, but they're just like us, to be honest. They signed so many players, they're not clicking, they've been in the relegation scrap, but they've survived for 2 seasons, so, that's not bad. Let's see what happens to them next season, but yet again, I got another one wrong.
Moving on to 12th place will be Bournemouth. Now,
Finally, I've gotten one position correct. Bournemouth finished 12th. I got this exactly spot on. Finally. They could have been like higher at one point, but they also could have been lower. Again, you never know with these mid-table clubs, but Bournemouth, to be honest, what a season they've had. Their record points tally, 12th. I got this spot on. Finally, one prediction correct.
In 11th place is West Ham. Now, West Ham, I think, have been the surprise package of the season so far. They finished near the relegation zone. Many people thought they might get relegated.
Well, yeah, West Ham finished 9th. I didn't get this one correct, but I got the position fairly close. I mean, West Ham were looking really good at the start of the season. They were 6th for a long time. Then they were horrible in the second half of the season, but they still managed to keep their top half position. They finished ninth. They just didn't fall as bad as I expected them to.
In 10th place are Brentford, another club who've lost.
Yeah, everyone got Brentford wrong. I mean, they started the season well. Vissa and Mbemo were scoring for fun. They ended up finishing 16th. Well, how did Brentford finish 16th? And moreover, after finishing 16th, how is Thomas Frank being linked to the Chelsea job? I know Maresca's done, but he was being linked for a while, so yeah. Brentford somehow really massively underperformed. Let's see what they do next season. Even with Ivan Toney returning, he had a good start, of course, but he didn't do that well.
Next up in 9th is Aston Villa. You might be asking why they're so down in the table.
Well, I am asking.
I'm going to say it's not that Aston Villa are going to be bad. It's just that every club is going to be too good. You know, you look at Spurs, Liverpool, Chelsea, the three big clubs that struggled last season. All of them look back to normal this season.
Yeah, this was wrong. Yeah, no, not every club was better. Aston Villa were definitely better than all these other clubs, even if they fell off a bit at the end. They finished 4th, Champions League, great achievement from Unai Emery, signed a long-term contract as well. Yeah, Aston Villa is one I got massively wrong. You know, they've definitely done way better than us, United, Spurs. Yeah, they finished 4th, great achievement.
In 8th, I think, are going to be Manchester United.
My one big success. Man U to finish 8th. I called it at the start of the season. You can check the date on this video. Where is it? Where's the exact date? September 5th, 2023. I called it. Man U are finishing 8th. And that's exactly what happened. This makes me so happy, guys. Man U, I got spot on. Spot on. Let's listen to the greatness. Why I decided.
A full comment section of angry United fans, I know. But when I look at the other clubs and I look at United, I think even though they had a great season last season, they haven't improved from last season, in my opinion.
This is something I still say to this day. What was that transfer window? Why were United fans getting hyped? They got Mount, okay, he was injured the whole time. Højlund, okay. Who else did they even get? I've already forgotten. They got Amrabat. Why were United hyping it up as if they got Varane, Sancho, Ronaldo in one window? That was 2 years ago. I've kept saying it, United have not strengthened last window, and it's proof, I was right.
Next up in 7th for Conference League football, I have Newcastle. You might be thinking,
2 and 2. I put Man U and Newcastle 7th and 8th, exactly spot on. One thing I got wrong though, they didn't get Conference League, did they? Thanks, Man U, for winning the FA Cup.
Newcastle dropping from
Newcastle ended up with nothing, and we got Conference League, of course.
Champions League to Conference League. Especially in the game against Liverpool, when we see, I think Newcastle are going to struggle slightly in the heavy run of fixtures, Champions League, Premier League. Can Newcastle make it? I mean, you sometimes think, oh yes, Eddie Howe, they've got Tonali.
Yeah, I got this spot on. And they didn't have Tonali either, he was banned for 10 months. Yeah, I got this spot on that Newcastle were going to struggle after the Champions League football.
I think will be Brighton. They've had some smart investment.
I mean, no one would have predicted Brighton to fall off the way they did. Where did they even finish? They finished 11th, so not bad, but De Zerbi's left. You know, Brighton just rose from irrelevancy for 2 seasons, mostly because of Chelsea. And then I think with De Zerbi leaving, they're going to go back in the relegation scrap. I think Brighton's honeymoon period is over. You know, Brighton, I think, are a dead club again. Yeah, goodbye. Good riddance, Brighton. Just go back down where you belong. Just thank you. Bye-bye.
5th place this time, I think, is going to be Arsenal. 2nd to 5th is a big drop. But I think it's going to happen because Arsenal are another club who have invested. But I'm not sure how good the investment is, apart from Declan Rice.
Well, as a Chelsea fan, this topic is controversial. You know, Kai Havertz, is he a success? Is he a flop? You never know, but he's definitely had his best stat season. And yeah, Arsenal, they deserve my respect. What they've done is incredible. It's a great achievement. And they've definitely not finished 5th. They came 2nd. Way better than I predicted them to be. And yeah, honestly, I'm sorry, Arsenal fans. I expected you to drop off. You haven't. And you've proved that, you're back. You really are. You'll be there next season as well. You might win it, who knows, but I don't think you're winning it until Pep leaves. So one more season, but I think the season after that, Arsenal might win the Premier League. Unless Enzo Maresca does a madness and we're back. Let's see, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
In fourth this season, I'm gonna have us. I think Chelsea, we are going to make it fourth.
Did I really think we'll finish in the top 4? Oh my god. Now you know what? We finished 6th, of course. It's crazy how okay that prediction is looking now at the end of the season. There was a point where, of course, we looked like we are going to finish 9th, 10th, maybe 8th somehow, maybe 11th, 12th. We were down in 14th at one point. It's crazy how normal this prediction looks right now, because we were nowhere close to 4th throughout the season. However, we only finished 5 points behind 4th, which I still think is crazy. Like, how did we do that? But yeah, we did somehow, and yeah, this prediction doesn't look that bad now, but let's see what I said.
We are going to make the top 4. That first game against Liverpool was too good, guys. Let's be honest. I haven't been able to talk about any of the games, so I will now. First game against Liverpool was too good. Literally just.
Yeah, I just got hyped up because of the first game. Just because of the first game against Liverpool.
We did, it's alright. The second game against West Ham, that second half was a shock. Right? That it was a shock. 3-0.
That should have been my warning.
3-0 against Luton, Sterling, Jackson scoring, Gusto coming in for Reece James, who's injured, I know. But then that Luton win, and then the easy run of fixtures has me motivated again. I think
that's the problem for Chelsea, man. I'd see FIFA in the past. You have to understand, Chelsea don't win in the easy games. That was the whole problem. I got too hyped up because of that Liverpool game and the the Luton game. That's it.
In third is the Harry Kane-less team, Tottenham Hotspur, with Ange Postecoglou at the end. Tottenham have had some good transfer business. Madison, they've recalled Udogi.
Well, I've got it wrong, but only 2 places off. I mean, I was kind of correct in guessing like the trajectory Tottenham would be on. They did good. They were first till like November, let's be honest. And they should have been in the top 4, but so many slip-ups, so many games bottled, and of course they ended up finishing 5th. This was the most Spursy season ever, in my opinion. But they've done good considering they lost Harry Kane and finished 8th last season. They've done good.
Second, I think, will be Liverpool, again, because it's Liverpool. They always be the best of the rest, but still end up being second.
Well, this time they weren't even the best of the rest, they came 3rd, but Liverpool were top of the league at a point. They were top of the league till match day 30 even. This really was their title to bottle, if I'm being honest. Everyone's like, oh, Arsenal bottled it again, Arsenal never bottled it. They were never in that winning position for them to bottle it. Liverpool were. And they spent most days on the top of the table this year. It really was Liverpool's title to lose this time. And yeah, they messed up. Klopp's leaving this season. Let's see what Arne Slot does. If I'm being honest, I think Liverpool are going straight back down into like top 6 level. They're not touching a title race for 3 or 4 years, in my opinion. Let's see what happens though. But of course, I got this last one correct. This is the one everyone got correct, let's be honest.
And then number 1 is just City, because it's City. There's nothing more I can say. I still think City will have a relatively bad season. They'll have a very okay City season.
Yeah, I summed it up perfectly. Even a bad season for City, which was true, to be honest. They lost the FA Cup final to United. But of course, they've won the league, they've done 4 in a row, they finished top. What do we even do with these guys? Like, should we just beg them to leave us alone? Just give up? Like, please, we can't beat you. We just can't beat this City squad. I won't be shocked if they win it again next season. I genuinely think they're going to win 5 titles in a row. They're going to win it next season. Why not? They've got Pep, they've got Haaland, they've got Diaz, Rodri, KDB. You think these guys are going to stop knowing how to play in just a few weeks? No. They're going to be back. As long as Pep is there, they're winning. That's all I know. 2026, that's a different conversation. Hopefully it's time for Enzo Maresca to rise, but as long as Pep is there, they're going to win another league title. So yeah guys, that's all we have for this video. I mean, I got, I think, 3 predictions like absolutely spot on. But they weren't bad predictions overall. I think I got some teams pretty close, got City correct. I got 4 predictions spot on. City, Villa, City, Newcastle, Man U, and Bournemouth. And I know how many YouTubers do the point system. They calculate how many places off you got and they add up your score, and the lowest score wins in the famous YouTubers. I did that for myself. I got a 48 score, which if you don't know is pretty average and kind of bad, to be honest. But it was only my first year doing this. Hopefully I improve next year, guys. So that's it. Those were reacting to my Premier League predictions. If you enjoyed, do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a good day and goodbye.